expected to spread. Its temperatures 8 to 11 degrees. With more news at 10.
Thanks very much, for sport. Good morning on this Monday morning. 085 400 102 for your texts. Constance email. Rain. Wasn't all good, yes. I had the misfortune of standing beside a guy at half time. I was at the match, went out for a pint at half time, and I was there watching the beginning of the second half. And Darren said, isn't Springer just something else? Springer? Who's Springer? Isn't Stringer just something else? And this guy beside us, and his accent has been changed because I can't do his accent. I have to protect the innocent, probably guilty. He goes, Stringer? Did you say Stringer? Stringer and O'Gara are the weak links to the team. We would have beaten French, only for them. I didn't want to point out to him that Stringer.
To you by Carlton Hotels. 7 luxury hotels, 1 address. Carlton, .ie. And now, 1 local number. 1890 288 288.
Dry this morning with bright or even sunny spells in some areas. Also light winds, becoming more cloudy during the day with rain spreading from the west this afternoon and evening. The top temperatures today are between 9 and 11 degrees. Now you're up to date on News Talk.
It's news. It's talk. It's nationwide. Live on News Talk 106.
Good morning. I'm Louise Williams here on Live this morning. Gay Byrne, you have totally stirred it up. Now, you may have heard Gay Byrne's comments over the weekend about illegal drugs. Well, should they be illegal at all? Gay Byrne, that's the question that he's opened up, and it's a discussion that we're going to be having later in the programme, and it's a good one. He says, basically, law enforcement when it comes to dealing with drugs has failed. And I don't think anybody's going to be arguing with that. Even Michael McDowell probably wouldn't be arguing with that point. How do you go forward? Gay Byrne says that we should be looking at legal drugs. And the hookah in the papers today is phenomenal.
On this Monday morning, the 26th of February 2007. Double play means that you'll hear that again today between 4 and 7 on Flinner with Brian Flynn. When you do, call him at 1850 400 964, and if you're caller number 9, he will be so nice. He will be so nice and put you into a draw for a prize. How come we always get that mixed up?
The Darts, brought to you in association with Baby World, Tuam Road, Galway, and Roches Street, Limerick. Stockists of the Mamas and Papas Deluxe Nursery Range.
Winds today will be light, variable and mainly west with highest temperatures of 10 or 11 degrees Celsius. With 15, 93, 15. Coast past 95 cent per minute. The next Antarctic pass will be at 11:49 a.m. and Dingle at 11:46 and Delphinus at 10 past 12.
Thanks for that, Audrey. Good morning and welcome to Monday's Kerry Today programme. We have a busy programme ahead for you between 9 and 11, and the subjects we're going to be looking at are young voter apathy ahead of the forthcoming general election, and we're going to be looking at the tourist season also, looking back on 2006, looking ahead to 2007, and of course Mort is going to be with us later on in the programme with all the weekend sport, and it was a weekend for sport in us too. But first, starting on a very sad note, unfortunately, as you will have known from listening to the news, the full horrific details of how Garda and a firefighter died in the line of duty have been unfolding. Garda Brian Kelleher and part-time fireman Michael Liston, both of whom were married with families, were attending the scene of a car crash when both knocked down and killed by another car on the N69. And to talk about this further with us, we're joined on the line by curate from Foynes in County Limerick, Father John Mokler. Good morning, Father Mokler.
Good morning.
A very very, very sad morning in Foynes, I would imagine. Can you describe to us what the atmosphere has been like since the details of this horrific accident have emerged, Father?
Well, it was a very big shock for the whole community. It's really has such an effect on them. It hasn't sunk in yet because it was so horrific. And the loss of the two people is so great because the communities they belong to, everybody just loved them because they were two great fellas. Mike, the local man here, and Brian was a parishioner of mine at home where I grew up in Drummond-Atlaka. He just lived half a mile up the road from me, so the community here.
So, wir sind da. Ich suche mir jetzt mal einen Parkplatz.